Greenwood. Back to Fred. Fred. Oh, that's useful. McTominay. 1-0. Manchester United lead. Scott McTominay scored in the third round a year ago with a header. Does it again. 1-0 United. Manchester United through to the fourth round of the FA Cup. Scott McTominay the match winner, just as he was in round 3 last season. Manchester United 1, Aston Villa 0.
Glory, glory, Manchester United. Hello guys, welcome to another episode of this podcast. And in this episode, we'll be analysing our last game with Aston Villa. What was your expectations from the game? Well, for me, I wasn't expecting more or much. I was just expecting a slight win considering our recent games. So I was just hoping facing Aston Villa wouldn't be a catastrophe. Honestly, I was so scared before the game because it's a knockout tie and our chances of getting a trophy was on the line also. But I had high hopes for the team. I was still expecting a win and it panned out well, almost exactly as I expected, as we won the game 1-0. And our goal was scored by McTominay in the 8th minute. It was a nice game, a very intensive one. The ball was just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. As when our counter was perfect that day, we could have bagged 2 or 3 goals, although Ronaldo wasn't started in the game. And I kind of like that idea because it gives these kids more chance to show themselves. Because having it in mind that you're benching Ronaldo makes those guys put more effort in their game, and in that sense they will be able to unlock their highest potential, and I would love to see that more often. So now to the statistics, we had 54% ball possession and they had 46% ball possession. We had 19 total shots and they had 13 total shots. We had 15 chances created and they had 7 chances created. We had just 1 big chance and they had 2 big chances. We had 333 accurate passes and they had 282 accurate passes. We had 79% pass success and they had 77%. We had 12 fouls conceded and they had 6 fouls. We both had 6 corners. We had 2 offsides and they had 3. Well, we having more shots shows how aggressive we become towards goal. It's Ragnick style. We also had more chances created, that is 15 chances. We had more accurate passes though, but it's poor compared to our previous where we connected the balls more. And connecting the ball among players give the players confidence. Imagine every player having 40 plus touches on the ball each in a match. They will be super motivated compared to someone who had 20 touches on the ball. So I think we just have to know how to connect the ball more. We need more passes. Now to the shots. We had 19 total shots and they had 13 total shots. We had 5 shots off target and they had 7. We had 10 shots on target and they had 4. So our shot precision is getting so high now as we're having more shots on target compared to our opponents. We had 4 block shots and they had 2 block shots. One of our shots hit the woodwork and they had 1 shot that hit the woodwork. We had 7 shots inside the box and they had 8 shots inside the box. We had 12 shots outside the box and they had 5. As I've said, there's improvement in the shots and it's beautiful to see and notice this. I just hope we get better with every game. To the passes, we had 333 accurate passes and they had 282 accurate passes. We had 175 in our own half and they had 154 in their half. We had 158 passes in their half and they had 128 passes in our half. We had 422 total passes and they had 366 total passes. We had 79% pass success and they had 77% pass success. Our passes are just fluctuating, man, to be honest. Today we have a reasonable amount of passes. Tomorrow we have a disappointing number of passes, man. I honestly don't think these guys are looking at the statistics at all. Because at least if they are looking at their statistics, they will be able to know which part they have to improve. We had 602 touches on the ball and they had 568 touches on the ball. But that's kind of cool because we had 600 plus touches. We had 69 long balls and they had 47. We had 44 accurate long balls and they had 17. We had 16 crosses and they had 15 crosses. We both had 3 accurate crosses. We had 20 throws, they had 19. We had 40 duels won and they had 46. Wow, damn, they were more competitive than us. We had 20 dribbles attempts, they had 12. Wow, and we just had 8 dribbles succeeded out of 20. Imagine, look at the success rate of our dribbles. It's not even up to average. That's bad, man. They had 5 dribbles succeeded. We had 13 tackles attempted and they had 17 tackles attempted. We had 9 tackles succeeded and they had 7 succeeded. We had high percent of tackles succeeded, at least above average. We had 13. We had 13 aerial duels won and they had 12. We had 8 interceptions. They had 18. Wow. Imagine that pressure jamming us so quickly. The game was smooth, no cards. Seeing us have this kind of games these days is so comforting to see. Like, they told the lads like Fred, do not commit. McTominay, do not commit. Do not just fucking commit. Their keeper had 8 saves, 2 diving saves, 2 saves inside the box, acted as a sweeper twice, and 1 eye clean. The gear saved 4 diving saves, 1 save inside the box, none as a sweeper, and 1 eye clean. And that's dope. And thankful for the gear for this past weeks. He has been saving us for some kind of clean sheet, and because as we hasn't stopped some kind of goals, guys will be behind really, because we'll be having 3 goals conceded in the match. How many goals are we scoring these days? We are scoring like 1 goal. We're just scoring few goals. So imagine us conceding more goals. Only thing was I was just expecting more on the score sheet. But regardless, we got something. We got a win and proceeded to the next round of the FA. McTominay was the player of the match. He was so outstanding in the ratings, followed by De Gea, Fred and Greenwood. It's very nice seeing us have high work rate in the game. We had 8 players in the top 10 players rating of the match. Wow. And Bruno Fernandes had the only big chance in the game, while Greenwood had the highest shot in the game with 5 shots to his name, followed by Rashford and McTominay, who had 4. Fernandes had 3, Cavani had 2, and Shaw had 1 shot. In the top 10, we had 6 players in the shot rating also. That's dope. To the pass success, Varane had the highest. He had 47 passes, followed by Luke Shaw, who had 42, then Dalot 35. Fred then had 31, then Greenwood 27. We had about 7 players in the pass success ratings of the game. We were the better side of this game in my opinion. Greenwood topped the highest dribbles in the game with 3 dribbles succeeded. Then Lingard and Rashford had 2. Then that Lingard dribble was slick. People were saying the dribble was luck or skill. Guy, that's a pure skill. He knew what he was doing. He saw the ball and he nutmegged the guy that was coming closer to them, like closer to the player defending him. He nutmegged him and he left that situation very clean as fuck. That's a pure skill. I don't know why people are biased with their opinion. And Bruno Fernandes had 1 dribble. In the top 5 dribbles ratings of the game, we have 3 of our players. That's so lovely to see. And in the tackles succeeded, we had McTominay with the highest tackle with 3 succeeded tackles. Then Dalot had 2. Bruno Fernandes and Van der Beek had 1. Where is Fred? Where is Fred, for crying out loud? I was really expecting Fred to be among the top tackles of the game. But it's very nice to see our player coming up with better individual performances. And McTominay has been on the radar for the past few weeks. The man has just been excellent almost every time he comes on the pitch. It's just left for us to utilize all these talents we have in the team and be motivated, because we barely have 7 players motivated at once. We just keep having like 1 player or 2 players. Today Rashford is taking over the pitch, tomorrow Bruno Fernandes is super, another day Ronaldo, another day, like we can just have them collectively motivated. Like everybody can just be brilliant on the pitch, especially if after a trophy we all need to be motivated. You can't just situate the motivation on just one person. Now to the blog post, let's read what the bloggers are saying about our team. Now a blog post here says Manchester United fans react to Rafael Varane's performance against Aston Villa. Let's dive in. Manchester United centre-back Rafael Varane rose to the challenge Aston Villa posed in the FA Cup third round clash at Old Trafford. In a classic FA Cup tie which was given that extra edge, with Steven Gerrard being back at the theatre of dreams for the first time as a manager, United had to dig in and at times ride their luck to progress to the next round. It was far from a convincing performance by the Reds, but the most important thing was getting through to the 4th round, playing against Danny Ings and Oli Watkins. United needed World Cup winner Varane to lead from the back, and the Frenchman certainly did that as he produced one of his best performances in a Manchester United shirt. Prior to tonight's clash, the former Real Madrid man had looked nervy and at times vulnerable since returning to the side against Newcastle, but he looked assured against the Villains and it looks like his confidence could be returning, which would be a big boost to Ralf Rangnick. It was Varane's centre-back partner Victor Lindelof, who hadn't played for a month, who at times made some big errors, but Varane looked comfortable for the majority of the match and his class oozed through. He was the calming influence and leader that Manchester United thought they were signing in the summer. If United number 19 stays fit for the remainder of the campaign, campaign, then our performances and results should only improve. Varane's performance saw him come in for high praise from some Manchester United fans on Twitter. Here is a roundup of the comments on social media. One said, top performance from Rafael Varane tonight, stability and presence in that defense. Varane didn't put a foot wrong today. Yeah. Mark Goldbridge, he said, Varane has shown his class tonight. Another tweet also says, signing Rafael Varane is the only positive thing about this season thus far. Honestly, I can just go on reading this tweet because it's very comforting to read. The bottom line of the story is Varane was superb in the game. We actually want to see that more in his games. Another blog post here says, Rangnick tips McTominay to captain United after FA Cup win over Villa 100%. First of all, take the captain ban from Maguire. Now, if it's to someone like McTominay, I like that kind of person motivation. At least we'll be able to ginger the team. This guy is a real beast, man. I love when he's in the mood, and giving him that captain ban is going to get him in the mood to control the whole team. And we'll see how it's going to go. But I actually believe in him, though. I believe in his leading capability because he has this kind of ginger. Let's dive into the post. It said Scott McTominay was tipped to captain Manchester United by Ralph Rangnick after putting his side into the fourth round of the FA Cup. Ralph Rangnick believes Scott McTominay could be Manchester United captain in a couple of years and hailed the outstanding David De Gea following a 1-0 FA Cup win over Aston Villa. McTominay scored the only goal of the third round contest at Old Trafford on Monday, heading home midfield partner Fred's inviting whip cross after only 7 minutes. And Fred cross was slick as fuck as he got the ball through the cross, McTominay finishing. That was enough for the Red Devils to set up a fourth round tie at home to championship side Middlesbrough. But Villa were unfortunate to crash out as they were the better side. Man, who's this saying this, man? Guy, we were the better side. Look at the statistics, guys. Is it because of those chances, man? We even had more chances, so. But that's the blogger opinion. Danny Ings had a goal ruled out for a foul by Jacob Ramsey on Edinson Cavani following a lengthy VAR check. Referee Michael Oliver eventually making the decision after being told to check the pitch side monitor. Oli Watkins struck the crossbar in the first half and also had a goal disallowed due to Ings being offside soon after his fellow striker's goal was shoved off. They were proud because of their goals that was cancelled, man. Aside that, man, we were the better team. Amid talks of unrest in the United dressing room following a 1-0 defeat to Wolves, there was relief for Rangnick after a fortunate victory. The interim Red Devil boss picked out McTominay and De Gea for praise after an unconvincing display from his side. Asked about McTominay's contribution, he told BBC Sport, he's an academy boy, his energy is amazing. He now also starts scoring goals and also with some leadership skills. I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple of years he would be the captain of this team. He added, we have to develop the team into a clean sheet team, and that was another one today, but still David De Gea was outstanding again for me today. Yeah, David De Gea, great man. I would have wanted him to have less saves in total, honestly, because I look at the man flying left and right. I think we had 4 or 5 shots on goal, but again, we can still improve even in that area 100%. Despite United being second best for the majority of the game, Rangnick said there were signs they were improving. Asked if he had seen progress in the performance, he replied yes, to say this was a perfect game. Nobody would believe that, of course, it was not. We still have quite a few things we can get better at, but the clean sheet was important today and we worked together. There are still a lot of things to improve, but it's easier to do that with a 1-0 win. Yeah. We'll be facing Middlesbrough in our next start of the FA Cup round, and I think that's going to be a kind of bonus for us, in my opinion, because I'm just thinking we can just win easily over Middlesbrough, then face the next and get closer to the trophy. But we'll see how it goes. And that's the end of our blog post for this episode. Now we'll be looking forward to our next game where we'll be facing Aston Villa again in our Premier League clash. We just hope we come up with a win after facing them back to back. So we'll be going to Villa Park to face Aston Villa on the 15th. We'll be wishing the team the best and we'll be looking forward to a win because we have to make the top 4 slot. And if I want to predict the game, I would be expecting a 2-0 win or 2-1 for us, but I wouldn't want us to concede any goal. So I'll go for the 2-0. Considering our last performance against them, I felt we were the better team in my opinion, so I disagree with that blogger. Having that in mind, I just feel you can still score 2 goals. Probably if Ronaldo is in the pitch again and the team is fired up, I think we can go after more goals. So until the next match and episode, remain red, forever remain red.